Hey guys, John here, and welcome to a channel update video. So I haven't done one since before the schedule started, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how things have been going and what I've learned from the experience so far. Um, so as most of you probably know, we've had a schedule in place for the last few weeks, and it is one that I pretty much pre-uploaded the entirety of, except for the NASCAR videos, which I record on a week to week basis. But most of the videos went up a month in advance. So I've actually, you know, given myself some breathing room as far as like, well, I know I've got this day and this day and this day covered, so I just have to worry about this or this. So that's been really nice, that part of it. It's also enabled me to release more videos. There have been 2 to 3 videos every day. Now, sometimes these videos are over on my second channel, which I have revitalized and brought life to, which is the John Wolf TV channel, with some fun series over there. And so that's been pretty fun to build that up a bit. I'm trying to get that channel up to the point where it can be partnered, and we're getting there. It's not quite there yet, but we are getting there, and I'm excited to get that taken care of so that going forward with the future, it'll be covered with actual revenue earning ads for me, instead of just benefiting good old Google. But anyway, yeah, so that's all been fun and cool. One thing I was worried about with more videos is that they would get less views. Um, so the thing is like within the first few days, one of my normal, regularly released videos might get 30 or 40 views. And given the amount of subscribers I have, you would think that'd be a bit higher, but subscriber counts are kind of deceiving. And they're deceiving for one real reason, and that's that YouTube has made it exceedingly hard for people to even remember that they've subscribed to somebody. With the way the front page works, the subscription box, all that stuff that's spotty at best when it comes to getting your videos up there. Uh, there's a lot of times that I've had people who subscribed and then I never heard from them again. And then they might show up a couple years later and be like, dude, I didn't even realize I was subscribed to you. I never saw your videos until now or whatever. And it's just mind boggling sometimes how YouTube works. But the thing about it is though is that sometimes people will subscribe and then lose interest in what you're doing and then just not unsubscribe. So that's also a thing that can lead to the account seeming inflated. But mostly I believe it's probably how YouTube's system works, that people just kind of don't get your videos and then forget that you exist. But anyway, pushing that aside, I know the kind of counts that I get. Now, the NASCAR videos usually get over 100 views within a few days. Regular videos, 30 or 40. I know those counts. So what I was afraid of was that if I do more, that the view counts might get split. Like instead of 30 or 40 views on a video, it might be 15 or 20, that kind of thing. But I'm happy to say that thus far, the same amount of views have been applied to every video that goes up. They're a little slow over on the Jonathan Wolf TV channel. The views come in a little slower, but that's fine because it's a much smaller subscriber base. Um, and I will say that if you're interested in the stuff that I do, you should definitely check out over there. There's going to be lots of new stuff coming over there as well. There are going to be some exclusive series over there for sure that I think people will enjoy. So be sure to subscribe there if you haven't already. But yeah. Anyway, so I've found that the views are staying pretty much the same, which is great because with more videos still bringing in those kind of views, that means that overall views are going up, and they definitely have. The average is much higher than it has been in a while, and I'm really, really pleased with that. Obviously, most of my views come from residuals off of older videos, but that's how it goes. When you have, over 2,000 videos now, which I just recently, if you didn't see, I passed the 2,000 video mark on this channel. When you have that many videos, they're going to earn residuals over time as people stumble across them in random searches and stuff. So, no doubt, when you put out a video like right now, it's less important to the overall view count probably than some older videos will be that had more of a, you know, more of a draw or whatever. But no, I'm really happy with how this has all gone, and it's helped me to understand that you guys can enjoy more videos than I was putting out before, and that it's going to be better for the channel overall. Now we come to the catch. All right, so the catch is I was so far ahead that I thought this will be great. I can easily stay ahead of the schedule because I'm a month ahead on most things, right? Well, one thing that I didn't account for was how burnt out and tired I would be once the schedule began. Because leading up to the schedule, those weeks leading up, where I was kind of a little more sparse with the videos that I was putting out, and they were mostly like Sly Cooper and a couple other games. Um, but what I found was I I got tired and I got burnt out because I was staying up till like 3 in the morning, editing, rendering, uploading, and then I'd get up the next morning and I'd just start recording, and then I'd spend the night editing, rendering, uploading again. And I was literally just tired. And so the last few weeks, as the schedule's been unfolding, and I was like, I really don't have to record that much. What I've been mostly recording is multiplayer stuff, like the new Rocket League series, and some more of the Minecraft stuff I'm doing with Justin, and then some side projects that we've been doing. And as far as my solo stuff, I haven't really recorded much of that recently, except for NASCAR when I need it. And it's not good. Obviously, I should have stayed on top of it more, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't realize just how burnt out that I was. Like there are some days where I just completely veg out. Like I sit down in front of my computer and maybe I can edit a video, maybe I can record a video, and then it's like the rest of the day I'm just like ugh, just like I don't I'm I'm dead. And it's because of that month buildup of just recording like a madman and editing and all that stuff. So I realized that to do something like that again, to get that far ahead again, does have a cost. So what I'm gonna more focus on doing is just to try to stay a couple of weeks ahead, because putting out 2 or 3 videos a day, getting a month ahead was pretty insane. And even though it was great to have that security factor that I know I have those videos, it was costly. So I'm gonna try to not go that crazy with it, in this next batch. But something that I wanted to run by you guys is that because I'm a little behind right now, and because I'm not sure if I can keep up the consistency, I wanted to maybe try experimenting with something else. And like we have pretty much the results of this experiment, which is that the schedule works well. There's a lot of variety. It has helped views to go up, and it's helping the other channel. So that's all great things. But at the same time, one thing that I was doing before that, and I mentioned it briefly, was with the Sly Cooper thing. I was cranking those videos out. Now I know it didn't appeal to everybody, but I basically ran through most of what was left of that LP, the last half of it, or a little more than half, across just a week or whatever. And a lot of people seem to like that, and I liked it for one simple fact, is that I accomplished something. I got through it. I completed it. And one thing that I dislike about the current schedule is it's going to take a really long time to finish anything. I mean, you're still going to get, like, of any given series, you're going to get 4, videos a month. But when I look at the last, it was like 12 videos that finished out Sly Cooper coming that quickly, that would have taken 3 months if I had just made it part of the schedule, which originally I was going to do. So I worry that some people that are just there for one type of thing might lose interest. Now, with NASCAR, I literally cannot do it multiple times a week. Doing the ones that I do and then maybe adding a couple others and sporadic things on the other channel, that's all I can do of it. And it's probably hard for people that are like rabid fans of it to understand because they probably enjoy playing it all the time. And I used to as well, but it takes up so much time to record those videos. Like the Dirt to Daytona video that I put out the other day, I recorded for over an hour and it was a 19-minute episode that went up. And it's simply because of how much unnecessary stuff there was. But I still had to sit there and go through it. So when you talk about recording that much and then the time spent editing it, rendering it, uploading it, when you add all of that together, there is no way that I could do like an avalanche of NASCAR videos. It would just no. I wouldn't enjoy it personally. So that's one that I couldn't do that with. But there's some others that I feel like I could. Um, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the Nintendo stuff. But now the caveat with the Nintendo stuff is that I can't release those videos that way either because I have to wait for the Nintendo Partner Creation Program, whatever it's called, to verify the videos so that I'll make revenue on it. They basically Content ID claim almost everything I put up. Not every single video, but almost every single Nintendo game video. And if I want to make revenue, I have to put it through their program. They have to verify it. And then basically I earn less than I normally would, but still better than nothing. And for me to crank those videos out, I would have to upload them way in advance, which I kind of have done anyway, but not far enough ahead that I could release a ton of them, right? That's why with Zelda Twilight Princess, you would think it would have made sense to crank those videos out because it's, new and exciting. But I couldn't because of the whole verification thing. I would have been cranking them out and maybe getting more views, but I would have been earning zero revenue until they were verified. So that's kind of a thing that I have to deal with. But there are certain games like Dragon Ball Xenoverse is one, Sly 2. Let me bring up my list. I'm kind of rambling and going blank here. The Minecraft stuff. I wouldn't do that really in bulk because that would put Justin in a position where he had to also release them if he wanted to keep pace with his series to keep them in sync. So multiplayer stuff wouldn't fit into that line. But let's see. What am I thinking here? Splatoon is another one that I could crank out a bunch of videos of. Let's see. The Sims 4 is another one. And then some of the stuff over on the other channel, like Life is Strange, GoldenEye, Walking Dead, and Skyrim. Those are all things that I could crank out a bunch of videos of too without it being too big of a deal and make some actual progress. So that got me thinking about other YouTubers and the kind of schedules that they have. One guy whose schedule has always impressed me is Pyropuncher. Now, if you're not familiar with him, he's part of the Mindcrack group, and he, up until recently, he had been doing 6 videos a day. 6 videos a day. He was giving people a variety, but he was giving it to them daily so that every series was making progress, right? Some were alternating, so some were only every other day, but that was still 3 to 4 videos of that per week instead of 1 per week. Now 6 videos a day I think is way too much. He just recently changed to 5 videos a day. I still think that's too much. It's definitely too much for me personally. But what I like about doing something like that is if it was even just, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos like dedicated, is that you could maybe alternate the days or whatever, but you would still be getting more progress made in a series towards completion. Now, I've always been a strong supporter of variety, and that's why I do so many different games. Um, I have so many games installed all the time, which my hard drive probably hates me for, but I need that variety because not only do I think it's more entertaining for you guys, but it's more entertaining for me to play a variety of games than to just be stuck in one. But I get that that's kind of an issue. I know some people have mentioned it before. They would like to see more progress, that they would like to see games get completed. Um, and I get that. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't want to dedicate to doing 5 or 6 videos. I don't even want to really dedicate to doing 4 videos. I feel like 3 videos is probably a maximum because like when I do a 3 video day, those videos do fine. But I feel like if I did another one, whatever time slot it ended up in, it probably would get lost in the shuffle. So I don't want to do that many videos. But what I'm thinking is that maybe we pick a couple of games from the lineup and we just crank out more videos of it. Now, that wouldn't include Nintendo and that wouldn't include multiplayer stuff. But stuff like Dragon Ball, stuff like The Sims, what else did I say? I don't know why I even closed this page. Sly 2, Splatoon, whatever. Well, no, Splatoon is Nintendo. What's wrong with me? Why did I even say that? They copyright claim those too. Anyway, point is, we pick a game, we do stuff like that with it, and we try to make some progress with it by releasing it more often. So it's something that I'm going to think about. And I also want to say that if I can't get enough videos recorded ahead, I'm going to try to. But if I can't get enough videos recorded ahead before they run out, um, there may be a few days coming up where we kind of go off schedule, where I just release random videos as filler. So if you see that and you're like, this doesn't seem like the video that was supposed to be up today, just know that I got a little behind. But I'm going to try to figure it out. I'll release another video once I have like a for sure idea of what I want to do. But I'm thinking that I'm going to take 1 or 2 of those games that we talked about and try to do it more often. Like if I pick 2 of them, alternating so that maybe a late night slot, I guess would make sense. And then like see it's 2 games. We alternate it every time in that slot, and then it gets 3 to 4 videos a week instead of just one. I think that's probably a really good idea, but I want to get your guys' opinion on it. You can let me know. Like I said, this won't apply to Nintendo co-op stuff or NASCAR, simply because those are ones that I just can't do in that format. But yeah. Regarding Splatoon, though, I'm going to start streaming it. And streams are a whole other thing. I keep promising more streams. I streamed with Justin not too long ago. Those videos went up on Jonathan Wolf TV. And that was a lot of fun. But I find that I just either don't have the quiet I need because, oh my gosh, 7 out of the last 8 days, somebody nearby has mowed their lawn, has weed eated, or one day the guy right directly across the street from me was sawing lumber. And it's just like, it's been so hard to get peace and quiet. And then the evenings have a whole other, thing that I have to deal with. So it's like, it's been really hard for me to be able to stream. And like I said, I was burnt out. I was burnt out from that pre-uploading a month of videos. So I do apologize for breaking promises or whatever. Like I tend to always seem to do. I don't do it on purpose, it just happens. But I would like to start streaming some Splatoon now and then. I'd like it to be like a casual stream. Something that I felt been hindered by is I felt like presentation wise, I always needed to have this setup, the green screen face cam. I needed to have the chat box figured out. I needed to do all these things. I need to dual stream to YouTube and Twitch, and all of that build up and making sure that I'm prepared for that, making sure my hair and I isn't going insane, which it actually is anyway, and I need a haircut, but that's a whole other thing. And I think I'm gonna shave, even though I love the epic goatee. Um, I think it's time to admit that waking up with bed beard every morning that I have to spend 20 minutes straightening out, it's not worth it. But anyway, I think I need to just take a more casual approach to streaming so that I'll do it more often. And I think that could include not necessarily using the face cam every time, not, I don't know if you heard that, but that was a noisy vehicle. Um, Not worrying so much about, you know, the chat thing on the screen, because it's like I understand that in some cases, like if I answer somebody in chat and then you don't see it in the VOD that's going to go up later, people are like, well, I don't know what they said. I don't think that many people care about that, to be honest. I felt like that was more something that bugged me, and that's why I've made such an effort to make sure that it's up there. But then sometimes it just doesn't work, and it drives me crazy when it doesn't work. But sometimes the thing that pulls the chat and puts it on screen, it just doesn't work. And YouTube's whole chat thing is a mess. You can't really moderate it properly, so people come in and say awful things, and I have to stop playing long enough to try to delete it. It's coming up on screen, and that's just, no. So I think in order for me to stream more and get back in the flow, I need to take a more casual approach to it. So just jumping in a game, playing it, talking to you guys, I think that's going to be the best choice. And with Splatoon, doing a stream of that, um, I won't get. Um, I don't think it works that way. I think while I'm streaming, I'll earn ad revenue. I don't think I'll get Content ID claimed until it becomes a VOD, in which case I can wait the few days to release the VOD until it goes through the verification. So I think that'll be okay. And it's a way that I can do Nintendo stuff a little more often. I could even do that technically with some of the other games, but I want to keep them at the kind of presentation level they're at, I think. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I've been rambling for a while. What I just wanted to say was the schedule has been a fun learning experience. It showed that the channel is growing, and I'm excited about the future. And I just need to not push myself so far ahead that I burn out and then fall behind anyway. So, have some patience with me. I'm trying to work through this stuff. I don't think we'll fall off schedule, but if we do for a few days, understand please that I'm working really hard to not have that happen. But I also need to make sure that I have enough energy to continue wanting to record videos. And so that's why I need to not push myself to get so far ahead, because getting 5 or 6 videos ahead on every single game in the schedule is way too much. It is just an overload. So I needed to work on that. And it also leaves me with no energy to stream. So I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I can stream for you guys and bring you some interesting things and some interaction. And I really, really, really wish that Twitch didn't make it so hard to get partnered, because I'm hindered by the quality options of Twitch. If I stream to just Twitch, or if I dual stream to both, I have to have the quality so low so that people can watch it smoothly without buffering. But it gets so low, like if you saw what those Dungeon Defender stream videos, it's so pixely whenever there's all kinds of stuff happening on the screen, and it just bugs me because I mean, you see my videos, I don't have that kind of quality when I'm recording, or if I'm just streaming to YouTube, it's not like that. It's just because of Twitch, and it bugs the crap out of me because how hard is it to give somebody quality options? Why does it have to be some hard to attain partner feature? It's like, why shouldn't you want people to enjoy your stupid website more? Like, I don't know, it's dumb, but anyway. So that's kind of a thing. Like, I would prefer almost just streaming on YouTube, but the chat moderation sucks. There's no cobot. There's no ability for the mods that I choose to ban people. They can only time people out. Like, what is that? They can't delete messages? I mean, what? Anyway, so yeah, I'm rambling. This is going to be really long. I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to get some stuff out there. And yeah, I hope to be able to do some more stuff for you soon. I'm going to try to get myself back on track, and we shouldn't have too much of a hiccup in the schedule, hopefully, and get back to streaming and stuff too. So, any thoughts you have, please leave them below, and I definitely will take them into account. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Lots more videos. Bye.